Hi folks, this is Vince with Ads Gaming Addiction, and once again we're going to play Factory Engineer. It's important to stress that the game is still under development, so everything that you're about to see here is subject to change. So I just wanted to clear something up real quick. In the last video I kind of harped on the tutorial a bit. It's not that I didn't find it helpful, but I thought it was incomplete. And the game is still early access, so maybe it will be improved at some point. But in my eyes, a tutorial should tell you everything that you need to know in order to play the game. It sort of did that, but it didn't touch on some of these menus here that are currently, like, I have access to now in this particular mode, but it didn't cover some of these other menus. So, in my opinion, a tutorial should cover all of that. In addition, some of the text was a little confusing. It would say things like, put this machine opposite of this one. Okay, well, if you're looking at it from a top-down perspective, and it could be facing any direction, where do you want it opposite of? In what orientation? How should I rotate it? You know, that kind of thing. So whenever you're playing a tutorial, or at least when I'm playing a tutorial, I look for like arrows, or if the game could highlight the ground showing me where it wants me to build it. That way I can be sure that I'm doing it right, and that way the tutorial can know that the player is doing it right. So that's why I got a little, I don't want to say upset, but that's why I picked on the tutorial a little bit. But I think it could be improved, especially if the tutorial told you where to put things as opposed to just leaving you, guessing. But anyway, let's get right back to this little quote-unquote skirmish or free-play that we're doing here. I let the game run for a little bit so I could make some money in preparation for our next objective, which is to craft and sell 29 BB guns. So if we look at our items database, we can sort of see what we need for that. So I'm going to scroll down, or just, there we go. BB gun, 1 plastic part, 1 spring, and 1 copper fitting. Okay. So we can make all of those things. It shouldn't be a problem. Start with the plastic parts. Well, we've already got like a plastic part chain going over here. And that is the smelter, the assembly machine, and that's it. It's currently being fed into this product maker to make blocks, but I don't need that right now. So I'm going to bring it up to the point of the assembly machine and then send it off to something else, preferably a product maker that would make BB guns as opposed to blocks. So let's go ahead and get an importer, and we'll, I guess, how are we going to want to do this? Make it enter this way, okay. And I'm trying to save as much space as possible, but I also don't want to make things too confusing either. Okay, so essential machines. I'm going to throw down something like this. Alright, and we're going to have that smelt. It's going to smelt plastic. And then we're going to have that, like, it would go like this, wouldn't it? No, it goes like that. Okay. And we want the conveyor belt going down that way. Alright, and that should make plastic. And now that gets put into this assembly machine. So we're going to want an assembly machine. So we'll put something... I wonder if it could go straight from... I wonder if I can go straight from one to the other without the need for a conveyor belt. That would be convenient. Let's try it. It is something I haven't tried before, so let's give it a whirl. Because before we have it going from machine to conveyor belt, and then from the conveyor belt. So now the only downside to this is that if I'm overproducing, there won't be a queue of items there. It'll be limited by, if there's something in here, it'll stop production. So maybe I do want a conveyor belt, just so that if there is any product backup, it will be able to hold it for a limited amount of time, whatever, based on the length of the conveyor belt. Alright, so again, let's just set up what we had here. Okay, so now we want this. And there we go. And now that'll make plastic. And so we're going to want, actually, what if we did... No, we don't want to put that there. Alright, well, let's just... Okay, so the plastic is going to float on here for right now. We're going to need one of these things. Okay. No, it should be rotated, huh? And then this should be No, because it'll grab from here, put it in here, then from here and here. Okay. Alright, so that'll make the plastics that we need. The second thing we need is that copper, I think it was. So we need to get another importer. We'll put it over here. And we need assembly machine, I think. No, we need one of these smelters. It's probably a bad spot for it. Too bad you just can't move it, but luckily when you sell it, it becomes part of your inventory, as opposed to having to, sell it then repurchase it. So something like that, and then that will do the smelter. But we'll need to put it there, so this can fit in between. And we're going to smelt copper ore into an iron ingot. And then from there, we're going to put, again, I wonder, that should work. Okay. I'm trying to get these all to flow together. We can put a conveyor belt here, and they'll be from, is it here, and then, okay, and that should go right into here. That'll produce, what was it, copper fittings, I think it was. We can always check our database again. Yep, copper fittings. Okay, and then springs. So we're gonna need iron ore for that. Okay, and last but not least, we're gonna want. Oh, we need a place to put this, huh? All right. Well, let's do that, and we'll put a conveyor belt here and then down. So now we've got both of these things feeding this way. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put down one of these suckers, and we're going to mirror this setup. So this is going to import. Okay. I just have to remember which one's importing what. And then we're going to smelt down iron ore once we get that. And again, it might be easier to put two buildings side by side and just have one arm feed into the other, but I don't know if that's possible. We can try it just to see if it will work, but I mean, I'm curious. I want to test this out. You can do that in Factorio, but I don't know if you can do that here. All right, so that's going to produce springs. All right, so once that's done, we're going to have that come out of there. And they're going to feed down this way. Like so. Okay, so now we've got all three of these things feeding down in this direction. So now we just need a product maker. I don't like that positioning there. That's alright. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to produce BB guns. And we're going to export them here, and then I wonder if we need, no, we should be alright if we just do that and then up. And then we need an exporter. There we go. Okay, so now we need just to set everything. First things first. This was the plastic, so we need to import plastic powder. So that'll be 1. And if we did that right, oops, did we not? Do we need to rotate this? Oh, we didn't produce, oh, no wonder, okay. We'll fix that, plastic. Alright, let's rotate this away. There we go. Oh, there we go. Alright, so there's the plastic. It's being put there. Next up, we've got, we're going to import, the top one was copper, wasn't it? Yep. There it goes. There's the next line there. Last but not least, we've got the iron ore. And there it goes. Okay, so now we're crafting BB guns. I know we probably could have saved some space here, but this being our first playthrough, I'm still getting my feet wet. Okay, so in no time at all, we should complete this objective. 20 out of 29. 21, 22. Yeah, we got this. It looks ugly now. I mean, nothing's organized. It's all a jumble. But now I know that it's possible to go from one machine to the other without the need for a conveyor belt. That'll save me some space in the future. Current objective, 3 of 16. Advanced product technology required to unlock this product. So we need to put down research, huh? Alright, essential machines, possibly? Or advanced? Okay, research lab. Alright, so let's put this down. Here, maybe? I want to see what's required. Process cost 100. Alright, so what feeds into it? How do we get... I knew this in the last video, but I don't remember how to do it. I think certain things give research. Items database. Let's see if any of these can... Research value is 2. Okay, so I guess you feed these. Info. Research value is 8. We can feed just plain old plastic powder into it. Or we can turn it into a plastic bar and get more research value out of it. Plastic parts, which is the next step. Alright, why don't we just do a bar? Just because we don't have a lot of room here. So we're going to do an importer. Something like that. And then conveyor belt just to bring it in. And we're just going to smelt it down. Although it looks like there may be room. I just don't know how we're going to get it over there. I mean, we're sort of short one space for all that. Because we need the arm, too. I mean, we could fit the machine here, but we're missing the arm. Let's try something. Oh, no. It's not going to work. Okay, well, let's just do this. It'll be simpler. Oh. And then, again, we don't need this many. I mean, we could probably just do side by side here, but I'm just trying to fill space. Okay, so let's just get import plastic powder, turn that into a plastic bar, and that should feed into this. Okay, there it goes. Research plus 6. So now we're getting some research points. Every time it works, we get 6. And what is it going to take to unlock stuff here? Alright, wow. Advanced products, 10,000. So the minimum that we need is 3,000. This one unlocks loans. Unlocks advanced machinery. Okay, that's what we need. So we need to get 15,000 research here. So this is going to take a while. We're only up to 48. So maybe we might want to either add another thing like this, or we can interrupt this chain, make it longer, and we could do that. Maybe we could just unload it, bring it back around, and feed it into that. Might be something to think about. Now we'll get research for not research. Well, these finished products, like blocks, for example. Research value is 24. That's a lot better. Water gun is 39, 32, 144 for the kitchen set, but look how many things it requires. Well, not so much. 5 plastic parts, 8 springs, 6. It'll take more raw materials compared to the BB gun. But I'd be happy with 24. Just for 3 plastic parts, and we've already got the plastic bars. So why don't we interrupt this chain? Well, first we'll set the rest of it up. So how are we going to do that? Well, actually, we need to interrupt this and this. All right. So we're going to put this here, and we're going to produce plastic bars. Yes. And we're going to take it out of this and put it like that. And then we need this make plastic parts. I'll have to rotate that. There we go. And now, this is a little, just poor design, I'll tell you. All right, yeah, this is totally my bad here. So I guess we'll do that, and then we could always move this thing down here in the corner. Why don't we do that? Let's get. I don't like the centralized location. We could move it down here, and just put the research station like there. There we go. Research plus 24. So now we're working, getting research a little bit faster rate. And we can also do another line here and possibly feed more into this, or we might have to make a second research lab. But over time, we'll get enough research to unlock the next tier, but again, it may take a while. Advanced machinery. Money-wise, we're doing good, though. We've got 100,000. We can unlock one of these ones on the side. Just haven't decided yet what I want to do. I guess we could put another one down. And we can mimic the same thing up here. I mean, money-wise, I don't think we need any money. I mean, we still have an income there. We're not losing. Performance report. Yeah, obviously, my 100-day performance report isn't all that great because I've time sped up here. You know what I could start doing? If there's a backup here, I could start adding more machines to make it more efficient. Like, what if, instead of creating a second line, what if I just did this? Make them both work off of this. There we go. Because there's a backup here of plastic, plastic parts. So why not make... Yeah, I think that's better. Alright, now we should be getting a lot more research out of that. And see, we're backed up here. We're creating so much iron, but not enough plastic. And I don't even need to do this. I could make this more efficient by just doing this. Let's just stop that. There we go. Yeah, I'd hate to demolish everything and move everything around, but... Okay, we're up to 1,188. Logistic machines, these are all locked. Advanced machines, again, all I have is the research lab. Okay. I wonder if there's something simple I could make over here just to make more money. It wouldn't be anything fancy. And what I could do here, I mean, this is so inefficient. What if I just did... This is, what is this? This is a assembly machine making parts. Okay, so why don't I just do this? Just stop what you're doing. What if I put this here, and I put... Yeah, I can't move it still. There we go, and select. There you go. Less conveyor beltage going on there. I just made a verb out of a conveyor belt somehow. I mean, it's not ideal still. I mean, we could probably fix this further. Like, we could move this up. Well, yeah, because I don't need this many conveyor belts here. I could shorten that. Alright, let's just get rid of this entire thing. I don't think this is actually very fruitful. So we're just going to get rid of that altogether. We could do something better, or just make something different there. This whole thing, I granted it's a mess. Like, I'm half tempted to slow down time and redo all of that, but... Oh well. Okay, let's just, well, how about we make a better one instead? Alright, all we were making were blocks. That's all we were making, so it's very simple. We're just going to do one conveyor belt. will come there, and then this will bring that, and then into that, and then one of these into this, and then one of these into this, and then if we just export okay, yeah, I mean, still, that's probably more space than I want, but it's probably a little bit more efficient. Import, smelt plastic, plastic parts, and then finally blocks. Yes, no? What are you doing? Item ready. What are you doing? Do I need to... No? Okay. Plastic bar. So what's holding you up? Item ready. Oh, maybe it's the wrong direction? There we go. Alright, so yeah, we're not making a whole lot of money off of that, but I mean, if we had to, we could always put instead of exporting that for money, I mean, we could put like a research machine up here instead. I mean, we're not making a whole lot of money off this. Alright, 3,732. Alright, now are there any other recipes I can make in the meantime? Plastic doll, copper wire, gears. I could make one of those. Price is 190. Okay, might be something to consider. 2 plastic parts, 1 gear, 1 copper wire. Okay, so I might be able to fit that in here. Might. It might be a little tight, but I could probably do it. I also have some room up here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Again, we can always get rid of this really inefficient moneymaker and do something else. But let's see if we can make the copper wire, and what I need copper ingot for that. So copper ore, and then yeah, copper ingot. So I need to smelt it, and then I need to. It's an intermediate product. Okay. So copper wire and then a gear, we can make that as well. Alright, so we should be able to make this doll. The question is, do we have enough space? That's ultimately going to be the problem here. Alright, so if we did something like... We'll start in the corner. Give us as much room as possible. Okay, so we're going to want a smelter right off the bat. Oh. Smelter here. Alright, from here to here. And then from here to here, and then that should make... This will make the ingot. This will make the wire. Okay. So now we've got the wire, and we're going to take it out of this thing, and it'll go into this conveyor belt toward the... Okay, so maybe we could put the exporter up here. Something like that. Anyway. So let's just, for now, do this. Next step is to make the other two... Alright, so we'll start maybe on this end, and then we'll work our way up to the right. So we have that. Oh, don't like that positioning. Because we want the conveyor belt, and we want... I like to see what I'm importing first before I assign an arm to it. Okay, so that's going to smelt the iron ingot, or the iron ingot, and then from there, it's going to smelt, well, it's going to make iron ingot to gear, yep. And then from there, that's going to put the gear on this conveyor belt toward the finished product this way. Same thing over here. Importer. We're going to have Something like that. Put it this way. Okay, and smelt. What were we supposed to be making? Plastic? And then, yeah, we can't put that there. That'll block that. So something like that. Put that there. That'll smelt into plastic bars. Put that onto the conveyor belt here. And that all leads up in this direction. Okay, so now we just need that machine that finishes everything. We could do something like that. Get the arm here. I think this could work. Make doll. Yeah, we've got a lot of room there. And now we need 2 arms. One here and one here. Okay. Okay, I think we got this. We'll start with one at a time. Again, that is... We've got neighbors next door chopping away at some wood. So sorry if you hear anything like that. Okay, so what was I doing? I was making copper, I think. I don't think it matters. Yeah, okay. That's 1. Then this one is... Yep, so we need iron. Right? Oh, no, it's plastic. I'm sorry. Stop, import, plastic. There we go. This one is iron. Okay, there's the iron ingot. There it goes. There's the gears. Alright, now we're selling dolls. And making money in the process. Okay. Doing fairly well. Our research is up to 7,380. And again, I mean, instead of selling these dolls and making all this money, I could, you know, I could sell this temporarily or just put it in storage and turn this into a research center. And I could just make more research points. So I can swap out this machine for research and then put it back whenever I need the money. I could do that. Like if I just as an example, if we click that and then just put this here, there you go. So I could swap this out anytime I want to, which is convenient. Although research plus 8. I mean, it's not giving us all of the research though. I guess yeah, maybe it's not giving me the dolls. I need more room for the finished product. All right, well, let's put this back to this. I like this better. Make dolls. Yeah, if we had more room, we could somehow... There we go. If we had more room, we could somehow fit a research into here. I might have been able to do that here, because there's all this conveyor beltage. I want to use my own verb to describe the situation. Maybe I could have put this maker over here to the left somehow, but I don't see how I'd do that. Because this conveyor belt would still have to come up and to the left. I could put this arm up here, possibly. I wonder what happens if I did this. So instead of... Okay, so I can use... 2 items here could fit on a conveyor belt. Okay. So if I shorten the conveyor belt to this point and then move this over, I might have room for it, or I might not. 1, 2... It would still... This is 3 spaces long. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there still would not be enough room, I don't think, for our research. But still, we're making dolls. We're making money. That's what's the, you know, that's the important thing here. And again, we can always put something really, really cheap and easy up here just to make a little bit more money if we had to. Or we can make that just a very cheap, you know, just something like this. It won't be very, very lucrative, but we could do... we can import something here, because why not? We can import... research value is 2. So no matter what the item is, they'll have a research cost of 2. So it looks like if you're just going to import plastic powder, let's just do plastic again. I think that's easier. And then we'll smelt it here, and then just, yeah, it's for the best. 1, 2. Okay, and then smelt plastic bar. We'll put that here. There we go. So, I mean, granted, it's not a whole lot of extra research, but every little bit counts. And we're up to close to 10,000. Which, you know, again, we need 15,000 for the advanced machinery. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos from me if you guys haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.